since tomorrow is the big day where we're all gonna be speaking Russian. I guess teach me some Russian. So
Let me pull up the old Google Translate.
the old Google Translate. That's a good sign.
Okay, to Russian.
Looks like bad day for Paco.
Привет, мой друг.
What does that mean?
Hello, my friend.
Brilliant Montrug. Did I say it right?
Next is Drobo Pozaloft v ne mozde savutais a itme busuje.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
It means welcome to the Can't You Handle This cast with Faith and Salvadoom.
Oh, what an intro! That's right, you are listening to the Can You Handle This cast. I am Faith, joined as always by the man who's learning a little bit more Russian every day. You are Salvadoom.
That is right. We are here. We are mere hours away from the apocalypse. That is right. We are living the last day of Obama's presidency. I see it now. I see today the children are playing safely in their parks, and tomorrow there's going to be a fist fight over food. That is right.
Yeah, I legit remember being in middle school watching Obama's inauguration, and now I'm going to be sitting probably at home watching another inauguration. Like, jeez, man.
What a year. What a rush. We're all growing old. I'm already on vitamins. We're all old.
I'm already on vitamins and saying my prayers. But this week in wrestling, man, honestly, it's just build up, but it's not good build up, but it's like okay build up. It's not awful build up, but it's definitely not the build up that you want to be built up. And if you count the number of build ups in that sentence, then you're going to be here for a while.
I can't agree more with that. Like we're all building up for the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble's just little over 2 weeks away. And right now, Raw, it's the show itself is just a giant build up for the Royal Rumble. It's not even fun anymore. It's like, yeah, we get it. Lesnar, you're going to be at Raw, except for the Raw in Nevada, because you're banned from there.
That's right, he is banned from Nevada, isn't he?
Yeah, druggy.
Jeez, man. Like Lesnar, like there's like a 0% chance Lesnar's going to win this, right? Because they're obviously building up to something between him and Goldberg.
Yeah, but then again, supposedly, it's this. I'm not even sure if they're going to do anything with Goldberg. I think they're going to set Goldberg up with another guy, and Lesnar might end up doing something differently. Because it's.
I mean, I guess we just have to see about that, but I still don't see them doing anything past Lesnar Goldberg again.
Yeah. And not only that, it's like lackluster Raw as usual, and like it's the same old storylines. It's probably not gonna be finished by Fastlane, which might be 6 weeks away. 8 weeks.
We got Fastlane, and then before that we got the Elimination Chamber. So we've just got a lot coming at us in a short span of time that probably won't build to anything past what we've been predicting for the entire year.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, like with Raw, like there's nothing really much to say except Big Cass and Enzo's in ring return against Rusev and Jinder Mahal. With the Boom Shakalaka, Amore and Cass win because
Is that what they're calling now, the Boom Shakalaka?
Probably. I don't know. It's because it's just like boring, like to talk about Raw now. It's like it's the same old shit.
You're not wrong.
But you know what? They're making the guy that basically committed adultery, and we're supposed to cheer for him.
Pretty much, yeah. Like I know you've ever since this whole thing started, you haven't been much against him because I mean, you've always been a top Rusev guy, no matter
Yeah.
what. And him going against Enzo has kind of made you lean against Enzo, especially since Rusev has been totally justified and everything. But I mean, they want so bad for Enzo to get over with Cass, but people are starting to realize that they just don't care about Enzo,
Yeah, we care more about Big Cass because actually he can talk on the mic. He can actually make words make sense.
and he can wrestle. Enzo can't.
Yeah,
That's the
like
thing. Enzo is not a good wrestler. Everyone's like, "Oh man, he's good for what he can do." Like, no. Watch the Cruiserweight Classic. Watch what our UK champion can do, and then look at Enzo and just see the embarrassment he is.
I mean that's what happens when you're from Hackensack and they go down to Salisbury.
I don't think that there's a single good wrestler from Hackensack.
Hey, Liv Morgan's from Hackensack.
My point exactly. Anyways, Raw wasn't much to go for. They're pretty much just building up to the Rumble. SmackDown was sort of the same way, except they're starting to get some storylines in place at least.
Yeah, because Friday, they've been doing the build up for the main event, the first time ever women's match main eventing SmackDown, and not only that, the first ever women's division steel cage match, which I actually liked. It was actually more enjoyable than what I thought it was.
Yeah, I ended up rewatching SmackDown because I missed it before, but the cage match was really good. I like what they're doing with the Miz, sort of having this whole like, all right, I don't have the IC champion anymore, so I'm going to show that I'm better than AJ Styles. The whole AJ and him going in for a no contest, I believe it was double disqualification or something along those lines.
Yeah, I think
Cena
so.
got in the way of that, so it's building up to those three going at it, which could very well lead to the Miz being viable to win the Royal Rumble.
That's right. That's what I've been saying. Like maybe him dropping the title was actually the build up that they needed to like prove that Miz can actually be a main event superstar. Because as of late, he's actually been like the mainstay for the mid cards, and I think it's time for him to pack up his things and go up to the to the main event scene.
I sure hope so, anyways, because he definitely deserves it. After the year he had, he definitely deserves some sort of recognition
Yeah.
for it.
Not only that, remember when the Miz main evented WrestleMania and beat John Cena?
Never forget, dude.
Yeah, that was actually one of my best WrestleMania memories. Like watching WrestleMania, like it was one of my best because I was actually a Miz fan back then. I'm still a Miz fan now. Was a Miz fan back in 2006 when he was the host of SmackDown.
Yeah, I've always liked him ever since. The first I saw of him was when he was with The Miz and John Morrison when they were on a tag team, and I've always preferred him over the other guy. Like, I like John Morrison. I like the team itself, but The Miz was always my go-to guy. I was like sort of the guys that didn't get the much more credit. Like, I always liked Matt Hardy more than Jeff Hardy and so on. Did that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, it does make sense.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, you had Dean Ambrose beating Randy Orton I believe, to retain his championship, thanks to Luke Harper getting in there, and Bray's kind of smacking around Luke Harper, saying, "Yo, stop!" And they set up a match next week for Randy Orton versus Luke Harper, and I feel like this is going to end up with Luke Harper leaving the Wyatts, which I've been saying for a while now, but I mean, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah. And the cruiserweights as of right now, the cruiserweights they're doing what they can for what they got. Lindsay Dorado made another return to Raw. Him losing to Arya Davari. The Alicia
Alicia
Fox.
Fox.
Her thing is kind of weird, but it's kind of funny at the same time. The I-4 match, I didn't get to watch it because
Oh, it was good.
I need to watch it because like I'm a fan of specialty matches. I'm a fan of like the weird matches. So like you kept telling me, it's like he's pulling out another umbrella. He's pulling out another umbrella. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, pretty much what I was saying was until Jack Gallagher can show that he can be an actual wrestler, not just a showman, then he wouldn't be anywhere. But he definitely showed that he can wrestle in this match.
Yeah, like if you watch any of his independent matches, like you can tell he's really good. Like I recently found him versus Tyler Bate in a match, and it was actually really good.
Oh yeah, well, let's not forget the fact that Jerry Lawler essentially had another heart attack.
Yeah, Jerry Lawler made his return to WWE television by having his King's Court segment, and him having another heart attack on screen, and JBL tripping.
JBL tripping, man.
And apparently, I've read somewhere that people kept saying like, it's not JBL's fault. It's the fault that they have 4 commentators that JBL fell.
I like to blame Tom Phillips.
Yeah, they're blaming Tom.
Dang it, Tom. That's what you get for spreading your legs the entire time.
He's a man spreader.
Stop the Tomspiracy. That they pretty much announced that that at the Elimination Chamber they're actually going to be defending the WWE Championship there. So AJ Styles, if he wins, will be defending it in the Elimination Chamber for the first time in, I believe, 4 years. And I guess that kind of shows that Elimination Chamber is back. So there we go.
It's back, like last year's very, very shitty variation of it. Like, let's just hope that they make it good this time. And you know what? I've been saying this before. Remember, Raw did the first ever Raw Women's Hell in a Cell match. How about a SmackDown Women's Elimination Chamber match? I want to see that happen.
That could be cool, actually. I would enjoy that.
Yeah. Like you have the women, the women on SmackDown, they're really agile, they're really good technical wrestlers, but they're also really good workers. It's like I want to see what they would do in that environment.
I mean, it would certainly be interesting to see what all happens from there and how they can push the envelope more and more as it goes, as women's wrestling evolves from here on out.
Yeah, like I've been speculating maybe Nia Jax might be in the Rumble this year, and I'm hoping that maybe in the years to come they might start adding more women who deserve the spot in the Royal Rumble. I want to start like watching wrestling get more progressive to the point that maybe we might be getting a first woman world champion.
I mean, I guess we're gonna just have to wait and see if somebody
Is-
takes the torch that Sexy Star has set in Lucha Underground. And speaking of Lucha
Yeah.
Underground, the mid-season finale was last week, so there's going to be no Lucha Underground updates for a while. So I guess we just roll right on to NXT.
NXT.
Now, for the first time in a long time, we actually watched NXT together, so we actually have, full updates on everything. Started off with Nikki Cross, whatever she wants to call herself nowadays, beating the thick Kennedy Lewis. I know that's not her nickname, but it might as well be. Those thighs.
Yeah. All I have to say about that is this match kind of made me realize, oh, Nikki Cross is a thing, and I enjoyed it.
She really is a thing.
Like she's a thing.
Then
Like
we had Roderick Strong versus Steve Cutler. Of course, Roderick Strong goes over. This was just kind of like jobber night, it seems, leading into Takeover San Antonio.
That's right. They're setting up matches for, I think it's Roderick Strong versus Cien Almas.
Yes.
No Way Jose.
Yeah, No Way Jose going up against who's going against?
Eric Young.
Eric Young, that's who it is. Which is weird because you would assume Ty Dillinger would go up against Eric Young, considering what happened tonight, where Eric Young handing him a jacket and him kind of like stepping on it, throwing it, that sort of thing.
Yeah, but who is he facing that night?
Ty Dillinger?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I'm gonna have to.
Because I know they showed the vignette for him, so I think. Wait.
No, it's going against Eric Young.
No, it's Young versus Dillinger. I was mistaken by No Way Jose.
Because I forget who they said No Way Jose was going against, but I don't think it was re-announced yet.
I think he's going up against that guy that yelled at him.
Yeah, whoever that is.
Yeah, for those of you who do not know, Noe Jose, it's a new year. Same Noe Jose. You either gonna party or you're gonna have a fight tonight, baby.
That is a direct quote.
As you can tell, I am a fluent in Dominican English because
Fluent
I've
in Dominican
Dominican
English. You are not
because
Dominican, Saul,
I have Dominican relatives.
but you're not Dominican.
Exactly.
Then you had TM61 take on the Revival in a spectacular match. TM61 ended up going with the Revival with a roll-up of all things. So I still don't know what TM61's finisher is, but I mean, it was still a good match. Still really good.
That's right. And you know what? All I have to say is the match is so good, it shattered one of their knees.
Yes, it did. Uh, they took a tumble on the side, messed up their knee, and hopefully they get better soon. And then to end off the night, they had Bobby San going up against Shinsuke Nakamura in the infamous contract signing, and yeah, it was just kind of them saying that they're going to beat each other.
Yep. Like it's gonna be a good match. And if we see on that Saturday, I believe it's on Saturday.
Yes, it's the night before Royal Rumble.
What's- All right. So like hopefully this will set up the tone for 2017 takeover events. So like for what I'm hoping is either give it to Rude or keep it on Nakamura as long as one of them gets upgraded, one of them gets promoted.
I mean, that'd be nice to see, but I don't see either of them getting promoted, honestly,
Yeah,
until after Mania.
maybe. Like maybe like the Tuesday after Mania on SmackDown Live, like the lights go out, the champions of the ring, and all you hear is a violin, or you just hear Angelic singing.
Oh, that'd be nice. And then I guess we can move on to Impact tonight. Tonight was the big, what was it, race for the case? The big race
I
for the case.
think so.
Yeah, they just got a big, pretty much, what was it, Feast or Fired?
Yes, the Feast of Fire turn suitcase thing.
Yeah, pretty much Eli Drake, Bram, Trevor Lee, and Jeff Hardy got the cases. They look through there, see what's going on.
It seems like the race for the case is like a Rumble style match, but with the Feast of Fire format. So you run into the ring, you grab the case or stuff like that. So it seems like that's what they're doing with it, which I think it might be a good idea unless the match ends really quickly.
Right. I mean, uh, pretty much they get in the beginning of the show, and I guess by the end they're going to say what everyone got. Other than that, Bobby Lashley's calling out Eddie Edwards, saying, give me the belt, give me the belt. No, 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 no. Davey Richards came in with a steel chair and pretty much leaves those two alone. They got stuff going on with Maria and Brooke.
Maria.
Maria, cha 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 cha, just for you, Maria. They had Brooke going up against Deonna Purrazzo, and Brooke getting the win, which makes me sad because Deonna's our girl.
Our girl.
It's our girl, dude. That's our DCW girl.
But I prefer my solo darling. We are on different paths, sir.
Apparently.
But yeah, as of right now, TNA, it's trying to build itself up again, hopefully in the next coming months, because I'm not saying weeks, months, hopefully they start getting their footing again.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, considering they're under new management and all that, and yeah.
They threw away Dixie Carter CDs. They're selling them for really cheap.
for $1. They're selling her CDs for $1. They just don't care.
Like that's what I'm hoping for TNA. Let's just hope that they win.
Right.
They start getting the momentum that they need to actually go back to that number 2 spot.
I mean, it's just a matter of time, it seems. Unless New Japan does what they say they're going to do and become super huge in America. Because,
Yes, that's.
I mean, the New Japan World for Wrestle Kingdom that just happened, Wrestle Kingdom 11, it outsold Japan's buys in America for the first time ever. So it's
That's
definitely
right.
getting its market.
Yeah, and also this one might going on to the this might go alongside with the wrestling news, but it's been rumored that New Japan's parent company might be considering doing a sister promotion in America, having a New Japan talent come here wrestling in America. I'm not sure how they're going to do it with our strict sports laws or sports federation laws and all that stuff. But you know what? I just want New Japan shows more often, man.
So I
I
think
want.
I believe we just got the results of the race for the case. Um, Eli Drake got number 4, Trevor Lee got number 3, DCC got number 2, and Jeff Hardy got number 1. Not 100% sure what that means, but hey, it's that. So Jeff Hardy's number 1.
Brother Nero got
Brother
fired.
Nero.
You're
Um,
fired.
we have Aaron Rex and Rockstar Spud going up against Robbie E and Swoggle. Rex and Spud won, and that's all we got so far. I know another big thing they have going on is the Grand Championship match, Drew Galloway and Moose, and I guess we want to see where that goes from there.
That's right. The Grand Championship, I think, is like their MMA style trophy title thing, where it's being defended every week. 3 rounds and all that stuff. You know, TNA they're trying to be different, but this isn't the brawl for all.
It is not the Brawl for All now.
We want legit tough guys. We don't want to see pansies. Get Stan Hansen in there. Get him win it.
Stan the Man Hansen, just get him in there. So
Just get him to lariat everyone.
I'm not 100% sure what the number 1, 2, 3, 4 means. Like, do you know what it
If
means?
the 1, 2, 3, 4 are the numbers of briefcases that there are. So in that briefcase, if I remember, Feast or Fired is TNA Heavyweight Championship match, X Division Championship match, Tag Team Championship match, or the You're Fired Championship.
I don't think that's the case for this because I mean
I see what you did there.
Eli Drake wasn't like crying over the fact that he got number 4.
No, it's not that they know. It's random, but there's only 4 cases.
Well, he opened it, but he didn't like really react to it. He's just like, oh man, I got number 4. Like he wasn't like no 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 like what Robbie E did all that time ago.
So wait, they open it? They opened it?
Yeah, they opened their cases at the end of at the end of the show. Well, I guess not really the end.
Huh. But it would usually like say like what they have, so I'm not sure if they changed it up this year or not. But that's from what I remember the Feast or Fired thing was.
Apparently, they're 4 separate matches for open fight night. So he
Oh.
got match number 4 apparently. Don't know what that means, but he got match number 4.
I what?
Yeah, so there's no fired. He just got the 4th match, whatever that means. I'm not sure that means he's going against Bobby Lashley or what's going on, but I don't know. Impact's confusing at this point, but I guess that kind of sums up everything that happened. I guess we can go over some side news. Of course, Jimmy Snuka passing away, and we have a new UK champion.
Yeah, the UK Championship. I think we did a quick podcast, and got copyrighted, didn't it?
Yeah, he got copyrighted for a side reason there, but I'm going to see if I can get it set or not. I'll see if I
Yeah.
can fix it so that it gets up for a later date for later viewing pleasure. But other than that, yeah.
Yeah, isn't a lot this week.
I guess we just say that they announced a few new people for the Rumble. They announced that the entire White family and Sheamus and Cesaro are going to be in the Rumble. and I don't see any of them really having a chance. Apparently, all the betting odds are at Randy Orton right now, but I don't see that going anywhere. So,
Yeah.
I guess we'll just have to see from there.
Yeah, all we have to do is to see, like, what will happen now. Like, by this point, a lot of our guesses may or may not be happening. So it's all about what we think.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
This was just a boring week of wrestling now that I'm looking back at it, dude. Like, I know it's the second to last for the Rumble, and it probably won't pick up until next week. But honestly, they could have done a lot better. Because I don't remember a thing about it without having to read my notes. I just miss Lucha, dude. I miss Lucha.
Can we get that? Can we get that all night match where the Mac and Johnny Mundo have to sleep the entire night, not wake up once?
Please? Can we please get that?
I'd pay good money to watch that.
I pay a good $4.
But yeah, right now I think tonight might be the first shows of a Fantastica Mania that might be airing. I might watch some of those later date. Fantastica Mania, for those of you who do not know, is the collab show between New Japan and CMLL, for some of their best of the best. Just have fun. Because like CMLL is all about having fun. New Japan's all about having fun. Tanahashi's all about having fun. Praise be to Tanahashi. Love and energy for everyone.
Long live Tanahashi.
Tanahashi is my reason to live now.
Good.
Love and energy, high energy. I inject myself with high energy every day.
Oh. Well, I mean, if it works for you.
That's right, but I think that's it. There really isn't much.
Yeah, that about sums it of a very down week, but hopefully it picks up next week and we're a little more into it. Other than that, thank you all for watching and listening and all that, and yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment for any comments you might have on it. Not sure what that would be, even if it's telling us that we suck. Just let us know. If you want to share with your friends, go ahead and do it. Join our Twitter, join our Twitch, join our Steam group, join our Discord, join everything. Any parting words for you, Salvadoom?
I don't know.
I'm tired, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I'd let Nikki Cross choke me out.
Oh. Well, on that note, thanks all for listening, and we will see you next week.
Like, there isn't nothing much, so, I gotta end on a weird note.
You have to at this point. All right. Good night, everyone. We will see you next week.
North, south, east, or west, everybody know our name. And if your dad is gone, but your mama's home, we can bring it, we ain't got no shame. Up, down, turn it around, girl, I can be the one to blame.